Watch your back. Don't trust her. Don't trust him. Hey guys, it is TriBeccaa and I'm back at it again with another video. Let's get it. Okay, alright guys, I am back, and today, as you guys can see of the title of the video, I will be giving my younger self advice. So if I had to go back in time, what advice would I give to my younger self? Alright, so keep watching this video, and before I get started, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and to tell a friend, and to tell a friend, and to tell a friend. Let's get it. Okay, all right guys, as I said earlier, today I will be giving my younger self advice. You know, during this time I've been really like reminiscing about my past, and I wish I could just go back in time and just like, you know, support my younger self, you feel me? And I think we all been through a lot of things, and we all think about certain things that we went through in the past and be like, oh my god, I wish I never did that, or I wish I'd been, you know, a better person. And I want to talk about certain topics, and then pretty much what advice I'll give to myself during that time. One thing I would say is that I really had difficulties during my teenage time. I was going through high school, and I was going through a lot of situations, especially with my confidence and my low self-esteem, and I think that a lot of people dealt with this when they were younger. Let me know if you ever, you know, felt the same way as well when you were young, if you actually dealt with low self-esteem or your confidence as well. I was really a type of person where I really was trying to hide my femininity in a way. I was kind of like transitioning from like being a tomboy to like a girly girl. So I usually would go to school and I wear like hoodies, sweatpants, anything baggy as well, or like jeans and a sweatpants. So I was constantly always wearing these type of things, and you know, I was always thinking in my head like, oh my god, like I'm not girly enough. Oh my god, like I'm not pretty enough because of the way I was dressing or the way that I looked. And I never really had that confidence in myself. So like, you know, I will walk around the hallways and kind of like compare myself to other people. And I think we all been there where we compare ourselves to other people, where we're like, dang, I wish I was pretty like her, or I wish I was popular like this girl, and things like that. And that was one thing that I went through during high school, was that I was always comparing myself, and I always didn't feel like I was beautiful enough. And my friends used to like always like give me compliments, to be like, oh my god, you're so pretty, oh my god, like, you know, I wish I was pretty as you. But I never really believed them, because it's just like, you're my friends, like you're supposed to be telling me these things, and I just never believed it at a point. And because of my confidence, and because I had really low self-esteem, like it took me a while to start dating. And when people used to come to me and tell me that they had a crush on me, I just never believed it. I just really thought that like they were coming for me. And if you guys watch movies, right, you ever like watch where like a popular guy likes like a regular girl, and apparently like he kind of like makes a bet with his friends, and he's like, yo, I bet you that I can get her, or she could be my girlfriend in this amount of day, you know, months or days. And she finally budge in, and come to find out that it was all a bet, and she gets her heart hurt. That was me. I was literally trying to like avoid my feelings, and I didn't want to get hurt. So I was like, nah, you don't like me. Like, no, this is a joke. What's the scam? What's the scam? Let me know now before I start, you know, getting my feelings hurt. You feel me? So that was one thing like that also played a role. Like I never really like took compliments really well, and of course, like I said, like dating was really hard for me, because I really thought that people didn't really like me. And I think that going back and knowing that what I dealt with, I wish I can tell myself that, you know, you are beautiful. And the reason why I feel like I went through that is because I never really had a female role model. You know, I grew up with a lot of males, you know, apparently, and you know, never having a female role model telling me certain things or how to deal with certain situations, I had to figure it out on my own. So I wish I had, you know, I could go back in time and find a female role model that will, you know, give me some of these advice and be like, it's okay to go through these things, like you'll get through it, you know. And I think that's one thing I would tell myself is, you'll get through it, like you'll be okay, you know. It's okay to be who you are. And I started realizing that when people used to like actually liked me for who I personally was, you know, people really liked my personality, and it wasn't only about my looks. And I started to accept that, you know. I started to be okay with like, you know, I am a beautiful person in and out. You know, I love to talk to people. I like to communicate with others, and I think that that's what people really liked about me. And another thing is, like, I keep it real, okay? I always keep it real, all right? So I think that was one thing that really played a part with high school, was that I really had like low self-esteem and my confidence was really, really down. But you know, we all been through it. I know like a couple people that actually went through it. If you have went through this as well, let me know how you dealt with it and what advice would you give to yourself as well, okay? So another thing I want to talk about is that during this time period, I think we all, like I said earlier, we all went through this. Like, I was constantly having friends coming in and out of my life, and I'm a type of person where it's like, if you're my friend, I consider you as my family, you know? And it was because I don't allow certain people in my life as well. And during this time, I really would go back and tell myself, baby girl, she fake as hell, watch your back, don't trust her, don't trust him, because they're about to come for you. And during this time, I felt like I was accepting people in my life, and I was like, oh, she's cool, or he's cool, or whatever, you know, he's my friend. And my dad used to tell me all the time, don't have too much friend because you're gonna get into drama. And boy, did I get into some drama, all right? Like, I'll give you guys an example. Like, I had this friend, and I really thought that she was really my friend. Like, I consider her as one of my best friends at that moment. And come to find out, she really wasn't, okay? She was fake as hell. But it's alright. We're not cool no more. That's how it is. You feel me? During this time, you know, I was telling her secrets, and I was telling her, you know, certain things that, you know, a friend should do. This girl was going back and telling my business to other people. Like, excuse you. And I really felt like that was really shady, you know? And I was always constantly thinking, like, how do these people know? How do they know? Or whatever. And come to find out, it was her telling my business to other people, and that's something I just couldn't accept, you know? During that time, I was really like, I used to hold things in a lot. So if I felt some type of way about something, I will hold it in and expect that person to know why I'm upset. And that's one thing I learned about myself too, you know? But I was holding it in, and I was just like, you know what, I'm not gonna be friends with her. And a lot of people used to tell me, like, I think you should speak up. Like, people can't read your mind, you know? I can't expect someone to know why I'm upset, which allowed me to develop as a better person. You feel me? But, you know, I had to cut her off, and I was like, deuces, like, we ain't cool no more. And that woke me up to, like, I can't really trust people. I can't trust that much people, and I can't allow a lot of people in my life, especially in my circle. And this is why I definitely keep my circle small now. And my circle, we've been through a lot, but we family, okay? Those are my sisters, for real. And that's one thing I appreciate, is having that type of closeness in my life and having real people in my life, all right? But if I had to go back and tell myself that, I think I would do is like pretty much what I do now, and me and my friends talk about this a lot of time, is that we kind of test people. I know we shouldn't be testing people, but this is a great way of knowing if someone's really your friend. You know, test them out. Maybe tell them a secret, you know, and see if it's gonna like spread around, you know? And that would tell you if that person is reliable. Or maybe you can actually, like, you know, ask them to help you with something and see if they're genuinely willing to help you. Because a lot of people are fake, like I said, and people will try to be your friend to either sabotage you, or pretty much they're jealous because of what you have, or they're just trying to come for you, you know? And it's, you know, you won't know until like you actually experience it. You know, I'm happy that I experienced certain friendships that I had. You know, certain friendships didn't last, but I learned from those mistakes because it allows me to know who's coming in my life. Because not everybody can come in my life. I'm special, okay? To be friends with me, you gotta be special, all right? Another thing I want to talk about what I experienced is dating. I wish I didn't date certain men in my life because I went through some stuff, all right? Actually, I wouldn't call them men. I would probably call them boys because they still boys to this day, and I don't care, but they're boys, you feel me? And I wish I actually didn't date as I should. So I started dating when I was 18 years old, and trust me, I remember being with my group of friends, and they all had boyfriends and girlfriends, and I thought something was wrong with me. I'm like, how come nobody like me? Well, obviously because I was having the confidence issue. But I finally gave it a shot. You know, I went through a couple of challenges and obstacles where I felt like, dang, like I should have been listening to my inner self. And like sometimes I'll have that like that voice in my head and will tell me like he's not the one for you, or like he's playing you. And I wish I listened to that voice, because most of the time they are, and it actually came true, you know? Like I said, like I think that, you know, holding on to myself and being single was the best thing, because I enjoy being single, because it's like I said, I'm a type of woman where I'm very focused, and usually when I started dating, I get very distracted. If I had to go back, I would literally tell myself, like, baby, take your time. These boys don't want you, okay? You're 18 years old. There's not a lot of men out there that really want to settle down at that age. And I have very high standards, and a lot of people did not meet my standards, okay? And I felt like I settled. So if I had to go back, I'd be like, nope, continue with the high expectations, okay? Because if they can't meet your expectations, they're boys. Move on. And that's on, period. All right? I'm happy I did learn from these experiences, because it actually informed me as a person what I like, what I don't like, what I would tolerate, and what I wouldn't tolerate. And this actually developed me as a woman, okay? I'm a woman now, you feel me? So another thing I want to talk about is that, and I think we all went through this too, when we're young, we go through this phase where we're constantly buying and buying and buying and buying, and we're not saving. So when I was 18, I had a city job, and I was like, oh, I got money, but in reality, I didn't have money, you know? Like, well, looking back at it now, like, I had money, like, looking back at it when I was that age, but comparing to it now, I really didn't. I was always buying things, and I was just like, oh, like, you know, I'm gonna buy this, I need to spoil myself. It's okay to spoil yourself, but I feel like because, like, of my childhood, and my parents couldn't really, like, afford to buy me certain things, I would constantly buy things, and I was like, you know what, I never had this experience before, let me just do it. And I had the opportunity to work at Foot Locker, and trust me, you already know, once you work at Foot Locker, you gotta have the latest everything. So I was constantly buying sneakers, I was constantly buying clothes, I was buying every single thing you had, okay? Like, it was to a point I started becoming a reseller, you feel me? Don't tell nobody, but I was about to become a reseller. And I didn't realize until one day I opened my closet, I'm like, dang, where am I gonna put these sneakers? Because I got no space, and I got two closets, you feel me? I got two closets, one for my sneakers and one for my heels and other things like that. And my sneakers took up the whole entire closet. I was like, yo, I really need to stop shopping. And my dad used to tell me, like, you know, you need to save your money, because you just never know of an emergency. I didn't really listen to it until I got older, and I was like, dang, like, the amount of money that I was spending, I could have been saving. Especially, like, I used to go out to eat all the time. Like, I used to, like, go out with my friends, we used to spend money. I used to go to the club, spend money on, like, bottles and sections and all that. And all in reality, these things are just temporarily, you know? Like, what if, I'm not gonna say like it will happen, but like, what if I got arrested? What if, like, you know, something happened, I got caught in the road? Like, I wasn't prepared for those things, because I was actually, you know, spending my money on unnecessary things. So it kind of like woke me up, and I was like, if I had a chance to go back, I would tell myself, like, baby girl, take a pause real quick, okay? Save that money, because you just never know. I mean, there have been different outcomes to it if I had, but looking back at it, I kind of look like, well, I did have fun, you know? Like, we all went through this moment where, you know, we're spending money, but as long as you're looking past it and you want to change that and work on your spending habits, that means that you're growing and you have growth within yourself. So looking back at it, I'm looking like, dang, you know, once I see something in my account, I'm like, no, I'm broke, boo-boo, I'm broke, I ain't got it. Someone always told me, if you can't afford to pay for it 3 times, that means you broke and you shouldn't be spending it. And that's one thing I actually live for besides traveling, because you know your girl likes to travel, okay? So I will go back and I will literally tell myself, like, take a pause real quick. All these things, the things that you want, you don't actually need it. You know, you don't have to be in the loop with everybody and trying to, like, you know, fit in. You know, that's another thing I would say is, like, you know, I don't have to fit in. Just be yourself. You know, that's most of the topic I would say. Let me know what you guys think. So comment down below and let me know what you would say to your younger self. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and to tell a friend, and to tell a friend, and to tell a friend. Let's get it. Bye, guys.